Alaikum to everybody present here today. Thank you for the warm words of welcome, Sani Bhaiya. Thanks everybody for getting together and making this possible. Alhamdulillah. Um, um, we've already been through, I would say, about 18 months to into this pandemic, and it's been up and down. I'll share a few statistics initially. So my talk is going to be divided into three parts. Initially, I'll discuss regarding a few statistics from the initial days of the pandemic, which can be extrapolated. जो हुआ पहले during the first wave, वो अच्छा document करको हमें आको एक consensus and studies करे थे. खासकर चाइना से करे थे. A lot of Chinese studies had come out, because they had to prove to the world that the onus was on them to prove to the world that they actually managed to fight back the virus. And to a large extent, Beijing and China, they managed to control the virus. So some of their studies I'll put forward. Following that, we'll come to the core, the problem which we are facing currently, how to identify corona correctly, when to approach medical personnel, when to get tested, when to get a HRCT test, the basic treatment guidelines, and then we'll get into the next mode of our pandemic, that is basically vaccinate. I can't stress the importance of it. If you have to take back one thing from today, is do not have any hesitation to go ahead and get a vaccination shot. I'll reiterate this. Kya bhi socho nako, vaccine jako utha lo. Kya bhi socho nako. That's the only thing I wanted to take back from my talk. If the host can let me share my screen, I'll start my presentation. Yes. Sani Bhaiya, can you see my screen? Is it clearly visible to you? Can somebody acknowledge that the screen is visible?
Yes, we can
okay,
see.
Fine. So we'll start. Coronavirus, basically COVID-19 is an acute respiratory disease caused by novel coronavirus, SARS-CoV-2, as we already know. And the epicenter was in Wuhan, in Hubei province, in the People's Republic of China, and has spread to many other countries. COVID-19 was declared a pandemic by the World Health Organization on March 11, 2020. And SARS-CoV-2 has a stronger transmission capacity compared to the SARS outbreak in 2003. So what started as a small outbreak in a small town of Wuhan has spread to the rest of the world, and it still has the world on its knees, especially our country. So as an outset, precautionary measures, everybody has time and again stressed on this, that is use sanitizers, keep your hands clean, stay at home, wear a mask, and show social distancing, other precautionary measures. So this is basically before even getting into the topic, this is a takeaway, this is a given. Sabko aako ye already malum hai, karlo ko hindi. So I'll just touch on this. So basically coronavirus patients, there's no way of saying who's going to get it, why are we getting it, why has this happened. It has been sent down as a test to mankind, and we have to respond to it. The best way to respond to it is by prevention. And this pandemic was not born in 2019. I feel this pandemic is something which has been there from the day we decided to take that first cigarette and take a puff of smoke. It has been there since the day we decided to eat excessively and not stick to the hadith, which asked us specifically to eat less, eat 1/3 with food, keep 1/3 for water, and keep 1/3 for air, because that's enough for a human being to keep his back straight. It started when we became adolescents and decided that we're not going to adhere to lowering our gaze. It started when we decided to eat that extra bit during meals. We stopped exercising. We stopped doing the necessary things, along with our Farah's prayers and everything. We just neglected many aspects of it, and this has been festering as a non-communicable disease. That is, in this slide, I'd like to highlight that underlying mechanism causing cardiovascular damage is one of the greatest, is very important. The cardiovascular system, those people who have heart disease and hypertension and diabetes, nearly 30% of the people who have contracted coronavirus and also serious coronavirus infections are those with comorbidities, namely hypertension and diabetes. So though the respiratory symptoms are the most common, the most severe damage is when it starts affecting your heart. So this was data which came out from 2020, initially 2019 to 2020, when they were tackling the outbreak in Wuhan. As you can see, the average age which was recorded was about 42 to 68 age group, with an average age of 56, and predominantly male people were affected more. 54% were male. And hypertension, diabetes, cerebrovascular disease, basically stroke, jo stroke patients the, and people with heart disease, cardiac injury, that is coronary artery disease, and who have had heart attacks. All these people were the ones who were getting severe COVID and also more susceptible for COVID. जो लोग hypertension था, obesity था, diabetes था, heart disease था, उनको definitely higher risk of getting COVID and also higher risk of getting severe COVID. So so those are the basic things with regards to the prevention and the primary aspects of COVID. So if we prevent ourselves from contracting these risk factors, that such as hypertension, diabetes, obesity, hypercholesterolemia, and also have had a heart attack or stroke, if we stop ourselves from, if we prevented ourselves and we had a less burden of disease in the society, this wouldn't have given a fertile medium for the virus to multiply. I do agree, many young people, 30-year-olds, 25-year-olds have succumbed to the disease. बहुत कम उम्र के लोग हमको भी ये डिजीज आको फेटल हुआ है, बट उनको कई को पहले आया वो सोचो जरा. It came because enough and more virus load was available in society. Many people were taking care of other people and they managed to get infected. Many people were gathering in places where there were a lot of sick people and they were getting infected. When you give a very high viral load to any strong person, an immunocompetent person, he will also get COVID. So what are the symptoms of COVID? As many of us have already got the infection and alhamdulillah recovered: fever, more than 100 degrees Fahrenheit, acute body ache, cough, sore throat, loss of taste, headache, tiredness, loss of smell. These are some of the major symptoms. But COVID has been so severe. It has mutated and has caused so many different types of symptoms. There are also many conspiracy theories coming out that, China invented the virus. They made it in a lab. It could still be the truth, but there is no point in dwelling on that right now and thinking about the political and geopolitical backlash of all of that. उसके बारे में सोच को क्या फायदा? अब आगा, अब हमें डील कर लो कहीं, तो डील करेंगे. So अब क्या हुआ है, हम ना, we've got not only these 8 symptoms, we've got diarrhea, we've got itching, we've got joint pains, we've got even severe wheezing. All these sort of symptoms are also present. In fact, there was a joke going on in the medical community: COVID पूरा भी cause कर सकता, excepting pregnancy, it can cause everything else. That was a joke which was going on, which I actually agree with. It can cause almost every single symptom on earth. Almost everything it can cause. So coming to how to deal with COVID-19. Suppose you started developing these symptoms. So on day 0, start self-isolation. Go into your own space. In fact, Day 0 also is a little late. You would have already started spreading the virus for 24 hours before you start showing symptoms. But at least when you start showing symptoms, that is when your viral load is high. तभी तुमना को viral load ज्यादा है, फैलने का चांस ज्यादा है day 0 में. So तभी एक पैरासिटामोल ले लो, अच्छा पानी पी लो, घर के अंदर बंद कर लो, रूम के अंदर कमरा के अंदर चले जाओ, keep yourself self-isolated. Book for a home-based RT-PCR test. RT-PCR, I still will stress on RT-PCR because एक sense of seriousness आ जाता है, एक sense of responsibility आ जाती है हमना. जब एक swab positive निकलता, तब हमना को एक sense of responsibility मिलता. अच्छा मैं positive ही, at least एक 10 दिन जरा बच को रहना, फैलना नहीं, disease आपको सबको देना नहीं. वो एक sense of responsibility आता. Why shouldn't we all get COVID at home at the same time? Why? Because there will be nobody to take care of us if everybody falls sick at the same time. I do agree that getting COVID and recovering from COVID, you will get antibodies. But at the same time, if all of us fall sick at a given moment, कौन पकाएंगे बा? कौन clean कराएंगे? कौन डॉक्टर को बुलाएंगे? कौन बात करेंगे? कौन आपको हॉस्पिटल बुला लग जाएंगे? वो एक important cheese. So even if one member falls sick, please isolate in a part of your house. Jaisa bed ko at least 10 din rah jao. That way you'll be having some amount of safety. Okay. So coming to the RT-PCR swab, get the RT-PCR swab, stay hydrated, purchase an SpO2 monitor, and purchase a thermometer and check your SpO2 and temperature every 6 hours. Then after COVID-19 reports arrive, if you become positive, immediately try and contact a local physician. In our family's case, alhamdulillah, we've got easy access to physicians. You can contact, so many of us are available in our family, alhamdulillah. You can contact Oxymed, you can contact me, you can contact, even so many coordinators are available. So many responsible people are there. Alhamdulillah, there is no lack of availability, especially in Appapule family. And generally speaking also, now so many hotlines are available, so many government aided websites are there. You can get information, you can share your report. In fact, if you get a RT-PCR positive, the government himself will send a team to check how you are doing. So that I think is a very important aspect. And with the RT-PCR test itself, you can get a basic idea as to what your severity of viral load is. So in the RT-PCR report, you will have something called a CT, cycle threshold, CT. RT-PCR में CT करको एक number हंगा. उसमें आपको 17 to 24 है तो high viral load, 24 to 35 है तो moderate viral load, more than 35 है तो mild viral load. The lesser the number, the higher the viral load. उसमें चेक मालूम हो जाता, अच्छा हमने आपको कैसा disease फैलने जाता, कितना हमें infective ही. तो वो एक सेंस ऑफ रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी आता है, हम ना एक गेज कर ले सकते हैं. दिस इज अ रफ एस्टिमेट बट अच्छा एक गुड एस्टिमेट. एंड देन नेगेटिव है तो प्लीज डोंट टेक इट लाइटली. अब जो सीजन नहीं हमें, एवरी फीवर इज कोविड अंटिल प्रूवन अदरवाइज. मिनिमम ए 1 week आइसोलेशन में रह जाओ. द रीजन व्हाई यू हैव गॉट अ negative RT-PCR despite you having paracetamol doesn't mean that you don't have COVID. It means that the test is come out false positive. Hamara sensitivity, the RT-PCR ka sensitivity is only 75 to 85%. That means 25% of the time it can give a false negative report. So don't be overconfident that मुझे RT-PCR negative आगा, मैं आपको COVID नहीं, क्या भी नहीं, मैं जा सकता, मैं रेस्ट नहीं उठाना, मैं रेस्ट नहीं उठाऊंगा, मैं पैरासिटामोल नहीं लेंगा, मैं अच्छा नाचेंगा, खेलेंगा, whatever I want to do, I'll do. That's not responsible, and you need to take care of yourself. And especially in this pandemic scenario, you have to self-isolate, you have to take precautions, and you just have to take rest at least for 1 week. 1 week is all you require. If you don't have fever for 3 days, I will give you a timeline. Suppose you fall sick on Monday. You take RT-PCR on Monday itself. No problem. You have fever on Monday. You take RT-PCR on Monday itself. The time duration taken from Monday till next Monday, 7 days, add an additional 3 days. So overall 10 days till next Thursday, please take precaution and stay in isolation. Suppose you have no fever for 3 continuous days. you don't have any symptoms. That is, you don't have any breathlessness, cough, you don't have running nose. All these symptoms are not there. You're feeling strong again, at least for 3 days. No symptoms for 3 days, no fever for 3 days, and no symptoms for at least 10 days. Then you are safe to go and interact. So till then, your responsibility is to stay in isolation. You can definitely interact because you have to start interacting. You have to reintegrate into society. You have to start working. So at least people say 14 days, but that is out of abundant precaution. The basic guidelines say 10 days from onset of symptoms and at least 3 days continuously without fever. You are non-infective. Okay. So this is your basic response when you get fever. Okay. In this season. So what are the basic, so when you have this sort of picture, many people, they jump and say, CT scan uthana, CT scan uthana, CT scan uthana. Breathlessness hai to, fever hai to, 100 ke upar hai to, at least for more than 5 days, then there is a response, there is a use of taking a CT scan. CT scan ek choti baat nahi. I'll tell you very frankly, CT scan is like 300 X-rays. And X-ray is a lot of radiation. Radiation is something which can cause cancer. We are taking CT scan as if it is something good for us. It is not at all good for us. If you take in so much of radiation on your body, you're going to compromise your cells from recovering against future infections. You are going to give your body exposure to radiation, which can give you cancer in the future. So please contact a local physician and keep in touch with him. And if you are continuously having fever, you're continuously having breathlessness, you're continuously being symptomatic, plus you have some comorbidities, then he himself will advise you to take a CT scan. And based on the CT severity score, if you're less than 8, it is mild severity. 9 to 15 is moderate severity. More than 15, it's severe disease. You will definitely require hospital admission. This is out of 25. Severity of inflammation, sometimes we do blood tests. Again, blood tests are also should only be taken at the request of a doctor. Unfortunately, हमारा business model ऐसा होगा है, हमें आपको एक scan center को गए तो उन्होंने आपको not only CT scan कर देंगे, they'll do all the blood tests and charge you a hefty bill for it, at least 6,000 to 10,000 rupees, anywhere in that range. The fact remains that only few, at least maybe 10% of the people who get COVID require these tests. Please consult your physician, please consult a doctor, and only with a prescription or with his request or requisition, go ahead with the testing. Otherwise, you can stay home quarantined and get cured by the natural process of your immunity with only paracetamol. Now coming to D-dimer, this is something which is alarming. A lot of people have suggested that D-dimer is what is causing a lot of people to suddenly develop heart attacks, suddenly develop chest pain, breathlessness, cytokine storm pura bolte. So I'll tell you what D-dimer is. D-dimer aapko basically it is something which is broken down clot inside your system. If you have a clot anywhere in your blood, when it breaks down, it gives out this D-dimer. Acha, ek byproduct bolo, ek effluent jaisa. If you want to put it very clearly, it is like a byproduct of a reaction. So yeah, if it is less than 0.5, it is normal. If it is less than 1, it is mild. If it's more than 1, it is moderate to severe. If D-dimer is measured in nanograms per ml, you have to multiply the above reading by 1000. Report mein chhanga. Again, I stress that this again should be taken only at the request of a doctor, but he will have the responsibility to take these at the opportune moment. So coming to symptoms, what to do, symptoms to COVID test, to do a COVID test, and a doctor consult, wear a mask and have your family wear a mask, open windows while you're doing home quarantine, open windows for ventilation, check oxygen levels 3 to 4 times a day, stay hydrated, stay isolated at home and rest. Fever and medicines, that is basically paracetamol, Dolo 650, everyone should stock and keep at least 15 at any given point of time. You can take every 6 hours, you can take a Dolo 650. It is safe. You will have severe headache. That will only be counteracted by adequate hydration. Acha pani piyo, wo headache bhi kam ho janga. This is when you're doing a home quarantine. When you're doing home quarantine, you must check your oxygen saturation level at least 3 to 4 times a day. And if it is more than 92, just take paracetamol, stay hydrated, and lie on your, and sometimes the doctor, as per his advice, if say take for example, you are having fever and symptoms for more than 3 to 5 days, you have some high risk factors, at his request, you can get an inhaler. I have started inhaler for so many patients, alhamdulillah. Inhaled steroid, 2 puffs, that is 400 microgram, एक puff रहता, 2 puff. Taking it twice daily, it will give you 1600 microgram per day in total, and you should take that twice a day, 2 puffs twice a day until your symptoms improve. And immediately after taking the puff, you must gargle your mouth. Whenever I have prescribed this, I've also given a video as to how to go about gargling your mouth and using an inhaler. There is a specific method. Lie on your stomach as much as tolerated to improve lung oxygenation. Ye bhi ek aako, many Muslims, they have a problem against lying on the stomach. They say, ye aako, hadith mein aako, shaitan ke friends se aako, पेट में लेटते सो वैसा नहीं सोना वो गलत वो but I'll tell you, I have seen many people benefit by lying on the stomach and lying down in a prone position. It has definitely shown that it improves the lung expansion, it improves saturation. This again should be at the request of your doctor. If your saturation level is fluctuating between 93 to 95, he may ask you to prone on your stomach and lie down for 2 to 3 hours. This helps as well. All this should be under advice only. This is all for home isolation. Unfortunately, what happened in this pandemic was एक shot में इतने ज़्यादा cases बढ़ गए जैसे कि हमने आपको handle करने हुआ नहीं. We had to manage even patients with less than 92 saturation at home. We were giving home oxygen therapy. We were procuring oxygen concentrators. बड़े मुश्किल से 1.5 लाख 2 लाख रुपए पूरा स्पेंड करको 5 liters 6 liters 10 liters concentrator पूरा लेको घर में आको हमें ऑक्सीजन थेरेपी दे लगते. इंशाल्लाह वो आको अब we are past that stage. That was something which was happening in the middle of April till the middle of May. Now coming to the 3rd week of May, we have enough of oxygen available in the hospitals. We have enough of oxygen concentrators. Anyone with less than 92 saturation need not be treated at the hospital. They should be treated only after consulting a doctor and seek hospital care. The following treatments are recommended under only medical supervision. That is, lie on your stomach, use oxygen, check O2 4 to 6 times a day, and gives dexamethasone. This I was only giving as an emergency basis, but nowadays we are giving this at the hospital only. If your oxygen saturation is less than 92, please do get admitted. And that also, ये oxygen saturation कैसा measure करना, so एक चीज बोल देता हूँ. अच्छा warm peripheries पूरा अच्छा warm कर दल को. Rub your hands for 5 minutes. Wash your hands. Rub your hands. Make sure you don't have mehendi or any voting mark क्या भी dye क्या भी नहीं रहना है. हाथ पूरा clean रहना, अच्छा गर्म रहना. वो time आपको measure करो saturation. And if 92 saturation आपको 1 second दिखाया तो बड़ा problem नहीं. At least एक 5 minute continuous से 92, 90, 89 वैसा जालक है तो then definitely you must consult a doctor. But if it is just touching 92, 91 and then coming back to 98, 99, then please don't worry. That means one, your finger, there might be something wrong with it, or the machine is not not reading correctly. Still, if you have a doubt, please consult your doctor. And sometimes it's always better for very anxious people, always better to come into a hospital. Alhamdulillah, so many hospitals are available. Even in Wanembadi, Rambur, alhamdulillah, some amazing colleagues I have managed to see their prescriptions. Dr. Rakhib Abbas in Ambur, and Dr. Netaji in Wanembadi, Dr. Khalilur Rahman in BOMS doctor in Wanembadi. All these people they were going out of their way to take care of so many COVID patients with so little resources. I have to congratulate them, alhamdulillah. I would love to come and meet these people in the future. So coming to the final part, coming to the vaccination, we have 3 options available: Covaxin, Covishield, and Sputnik, the latest one from Russia. Which is better? Covishield, बस basically हम आपको एक understanding कर लेंगे, basic concept of each of these vaccines. वैक्सीन करको एक important चीज समझ लो. It was Edward Jenner. He managed to find a cure for cowpox. First cattle mein there were a lot of infections which were causing respiratory illness, and the cattle were dying very quickly. So Edward Jenner, he managed to extract a part of a virus, and he made it weak and then injected into a healthy cow, and the cow got a mild infection. After getting the mild infection, the cow developed antibodies, and that is the concept behind our vaccines. All vaccines, basically they give a mild infection, very mild infection to our body. That's why after vaccination sometimes we have fever, pain, itch, scratching, redness, and the body becomes exposed to the virus in a mild form, and we develop some antibody and an immune response to the real vaccine, the real virus. So when we get infection, we get a mild fever, we get a mild symptom, because our body is already a memory cell rata. Hamara alhamdulillah, Allah has given us such a beautiful immune system. There is a memory T cell. जब हमें आको एक infection, one time we get cold or we get a vaccine, the body has a memory T cell. इतने terabytes of memory है हमारा blood में that we can respond to so many thousands and millions and almost billions of infections and diseases which we don't even know, which we've not even experienced or have been exposed to. We don't know, but we have so much of memory. एक cell में इतना memory है, and we are able to tackle it. Our DNA becomes upgraded every time we get an infection. हमारा DNA from version 2.1 it becomes 2.2. Sometimes it gets a massive infection, we get upgraded to 3.0 हो जाता. So we get upgraded every time we get exposed to these different infections. So Covishield mein composition is basically made out of a weakened version of a monkey ka, chimpanzee ka common cold virus called adenovirus. It has been modified to enable it to carry the coronavirus spike protein into the human cell. So it is like a piggyback. The adenovirus will carry the coronavirus inside our human cell, and it will give a memory. एक अच्छा expose कर देता, mild से expose कर देता, we get memory against the coronavirus and we can combat it. Covaxin it contains an inactivated coronavirus which cannot infect a person but still can teach the immune system to prepare the defense mechanism against the active virus. All right. And Sputnik 5 it's basically a vector 2 vaccine. That is, this means that the vaccine uses two different kinds of adenovirus vectors, RAS26 for the first dose and RADS for the second dose. Basically, both are human common cold viruses, but it is also linked with the coronavirus. So both Covishield B, Sputnik are similar. So now what happens is the pricing for single dose for Covishield, now we are asked to pay 600 rupees in private hospitals. Covaxin is 1,200 in private hospitals, and Sputnik 5 is currently imported at 995 with 5% GST, which is overall 1,250 for a single dose. So nearly 2,500 for both the doses. This was developed, the Covishield was developed by Oxford AstraZeneca, and it is manufactured by Adar Poonawalla Serum Institute of India. Covaxin is developed by Hyderabad-based company Bharat Biotech, and Sputnik 5 is by Moscow. And the efficacy rate, Covishield is 70% post the second dose, which can be further pushed if the doses are spaced weeks apart. If you space the vaccination of Covishield at least 12 weeks apart, you can increase the effectiveness to 90%. Covaxin is 78 to 81% post the second dose, and Sputnik is about 91.6% post the second dose. इसमें देखें तो Sputnik is अच्छा दिखता, but I'll tell you one thing: anything you get your hands on right now, get vaccinated, no problem. Covishield, the dose interval is between 12 to 16 weeks. Covaxin is 4 to 6 weeks. Sputnik 5 is basically 21 days in Russia, but it is yet to be decided in government of India because we are yet to procure enough to give so quickly. Now, what are the common symptoms? Pain, swelling, redness, itching can be seen in the injection sites. Feeling feverish, chills, feeling tiredness, headache, flu-like symptoms, that is sore throat, runny nose, high temperature can be there. All this can be combated by a simple dolo. If you're still feeling these sort of symptoms, please contact your physician and see what you can do. And then pain, swelling, redness, stiffness can also be seen, almost similar features for all the three vaccines. So which is better? all vaccines are equally effective in protecting you against any serious COVID-19 related illness. The best vaccine is the one which is available for you right now. So whatever you get your hands on, please do get vaccinated, because the severity of the infection is much, maybe 1/5 or 1/10 of the severe COVID infection happens. And the post-vaccination adverse effects, so many people get frightened that, actor Vivek को एक दिन vaccine लिया, next day he died. I'll tell you very frankly, Vivek was a comedian, and many times comedians, they hide their own sorrow and guilt inside their hearts. And I can definitely tell you that Vivek was not an ideal example in his personal life. Unfortunately, he had a lot of comorbidities, we can put it that way. And it's a freak accident that the next day after he got vaccinated, he had to pass away. He contributed a lot to society. Let's look at the good which is there in him. And let's try to look at the good, even despite the fact that he had so much, he wanted to again make himself an example. It backfired, but for that reason, let's not remember him for the fact that he passed away. Let's remember him for the fact that he wanted people to go get the vaccine. That's what he wants to be remembered for. Please, people, go out there, get vaccination. जाको vaccine लियो, whatever is available for you. Right now, एक famine है हमारे country में, vaccines आपको procure करे नहीं ही हमें. We've made a mistake over there, but definitely it will become available to us shortly, inshallah, and we will take the lead forward in helping everyone in our family and also the rest of our ummah and the rest of the entire population of our country to get vaccinated as soon as possible, inshallah. Right. Jazakallah khair.